If Western Australia was a country, it would be the world's third largest exporter of liquefied natural gas, after Qatar and the US. But for how much LNG is exported from WA, its people get very little benefit. Recently, WA Premier Roger Cook urged gas companies to develop more gas projects off the coast of WA to deal with the shortage. But how is WA facing a domestic gas shortage when they produce so much? Well, almost 90% of the gas produced in WA is either exported or used by the export industry. In fact, the amount of gas used just to process LNG for export is 3.5 times the amount used for electricity generation in WA. A parliamentary inquiry found that gas exporters supply just 8% of the 15% of gas they're supposed to under the domestic gas reservation policy. Any domestic shortage could be solved simply by just making sure companies actually supply enough gas to the domestic market instead of exporting almost all of it. So even though Western Australians are supposedly facing a gas shortage, gas companies continue to export almost all of it, while using the threat of a shortage to pressure governments to approve massive new projects that are also almost entirely for export. Western Australians would assume that the companies exporting the state's gas would actually be paying for the gas, which after all belongs to the people of WA. But no. What's crazy is that no royalties are paid on 73% of the gas exported from WA, meaning these corporations get 3/4 of the gas for free. In fact, WA gets very little financial benefit for the huge amount of its gas that's exported. The gas royalties make up just 1.3% of the state budget, which is less than half of what people pay in car rego fees. And in just 4 years, WA's drivers will be paying 6 times as much as the gas industry. Other industries just don't get a deal like this. WA iron ore royalties are expected to be $6 billion in 2023 to 24, which is 9 times larger than petroleum royalties. The ATO even considers the oil and gas industry to be systemic non-payers of tax. According to the Australian government, none of the global gas giants exporting Australia's gas have paid any petroleum resource rent tax ever, despite making massive windfall profits and aren't expected to for the rest of the decade at least. The 4 biggest LNG producers operating in WA, Chevron, ExxonMobil, Woodside and Shell, have a combined income of $55.2 billion in 2021 to 22 and paid just $1.7 billion in corporate income tax and petroleum resource rent tax. ExxonMobil paid literally nothing at all. So not only do gas companies export almost all of Western Australia's gas while creating a domestic shortage, the people of WA don't even get a fair share of the economic benefits. And it doesn't stop there. LNG projects in Western Australia are at least 83% foreign owned. This means that almost all of the profits don't even stay in Australia. They go straight to the foreign owners of the gas giants. But you might be thinking, well, at least the gas industry is a big employer in WA. Well, no. The gas industry employs just 0.7% of the WA workforce. Education employs 12 times as many people. The gas industry in WA is responsible for huge amounts of emissions, which I don't need to tell you contribute to climate change and increase natural disasters. And to make it worse, gas companies are planning for massive expansion within WA. Just one new gas mega project, Woodside's proposed Burrup expansion, would add more emissions than all of Australia's coal power stations combined. These companies are destroying our climate and ripping off Western Australians while they do it. We need to start collecting a fair return from these companies for exporting our gas and stop allowing new gas projects.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to keep up to date with all our latest research and work, sign up to our newsletter. Delivered every fortnight, it includes behind-the-scenes updates from Richard Dennis, an exclusive cartoon from Judy Horacek, details for our upcoming events and webinars, as well as explainers, graphs, and not to mention the latest cutting-edge research and analysis from the team here on the key issues that are facing Australia. Click the button on your screen to check it out.